Alright, e-bikers, we're going to do a little long-term update today on the Espin Nesta, which I'm riding right now. 20 by 4 fat tire. Had it for over a year. And got some news about it and some updates for you. So we'll go take a look. What's up, e-bikers? So this is my Espin Nesta. I haven't seen it on the channel in a while because it was kind of down all summer. It was broken. I got it fixed eventually, and glad I did because this is my long-range dual battery e-bike I did myself, kind of plug and play. The second battery is back here. I'll put a link to that upgrade at the end of this video if you want to watch that one from last year. Very easy upgrade to do, and it basically tripled the range of this e-bike for me because it only has a 10 amp hour battery as the original one. But I had a problem with the fork, or specifically the stem actually. I had changed the fork out because I thought the fork was bad. It was a rattling noise. And it turns out that rattling noise was actually the headlight, the front headlight, which I didn't realize at the time. So I had Espin ship me a new fork. I put the new fork on, and then when I put the new fork on, I lost the compression ring. And so when I put the handlebars back up and back onto the stem here, it was just grinding on the top of the fork over here, and I couldn't get it to steer properly. So it was down for like 3 or 4 months over the summer, and finally working with Espin's tech support, I got the compression ring sent out to me, put it on, and boom, it was fixed instantly. So I'm so glad I did because this is one of my favorite bikes to ride. It's one of my most comfortable bikes that I own. Probably next to the Area Rider Kepler, this is probably the most comfortable bike I like to ride in my e-bike fleet as it is. And it's got a nice compact frame to it, to step through, of course. But I think it's a pretty aggressive looking step through from its design overall, and I really like how it looks. I call it the low boy, given it's kind of like, it looks like a low boy trailer almost, as you take a look at it. And it's got a nice rack back there. It's got, I think, a pretty sharp look. Very minimal badging here on the side. That's it. And the stem itself, even though it's a giraffe stem, it's not really a tall one, and it looks okay in my opinion. It doesn't look too tall like maybe the electrics does. So it's a little bit shorter, and I think that gives it its overall kind of compact and a little bit meaner appearance than the typical folding fat tire e-bike. So I've done a number of things to this e-bike over the past year since I got it last fall, and let's go over what I did to it just to recap. I'll put links to all these accessories in the description, so be sure to check that description out and click on those links if you do want to buy any of these things. But 750 watt e-bike back here in the rear tire. It's got hydraulic brakes, of course. It's got a 10 amp hour battery there on the kind of the down tube, I guess you would call it. I've got a bottle cage holder right there. And I guess let's start in the back. So here's what the back looks like, rear profile of the e-bike. You can see my crisscrossed Etsy license plate there. You get a working back tail light and brake, big Lufu lock, and my pouch, which is where the battery is stored. You can see the blue battery in there. It's a 20 amp hour. I think it's a UPP off Amazon. It costs about $300. You see the charger in there as well. That's where I kind of store everything, and the battery itself. Battery only takes about half of that up, and the rest I use for storage back there. This is a giddy up seat post or seat with a nice light on the back for extra safety. Got this seat recently from Giddy Up. Love it. It's very comfortable, and it works well on the Suntour NCX suspension seat post, which is installed here. So that's another upgrade as well. By the way, the dual battery has a dual battery adapter in there from Area 13 e-bikes. and you can see the wiring coming down, going into the controller down here, which is nicely accessible through this simple panel here. Just unscrew the 4 bolts, and you get access to the controller there and plug in your stuff. This came with a XT90 connector on it, so it made it easy to upgrade. I just got some XT90 extensions here. These are from Unicycle, and the battery itself comes with installed with the XT90 connector. So all I had to do is plug and play. So again, go back to that video at the end of this video, and you can watch how I did that. Moving up to the cockpit here, I put a underneath mirror on here, although I may switch it to some Hafty bar ends at this point. You can see through here, but it's not the greatest. I think I'll get better coverage by putting a bar end over here. Pretty much unchanged on this thing. You got nice locking grips, aerodynamic locking grips. Got a light here, and I got a bell. Now this bell is brand new, and what's cool about it is it hides an Apple AirTag in there. That's right, it's an Apple AirTag bell essentially. It's also really loud. Has a nice good punch to it as far as sound goes. So I'll put a link to that in the description. That's a brand new item I just got on here, and allows me to hide that Apple AirTag very easily. I'll show you a picture of that too. You just unscrew the cap, and there's a second kind of piece there. You pop it out, put the AirTag in, and then screw on the bell part of it back into place. Up front, we've got a actually electric premium headlight that they sell. My original headlight again was rattling, so I had to get rid of it. So I upgraded to a little bit bigger one here, and it does just fine. I don't ride at night really, so headlights don't really matter that much to me. And then I think the last thing is these tires. These are the V-Tire zigzags that I had installed. And originally these came with Chaoyang knobby tires, off-road ones. And since I do a lot of street riding, I basically wanted to put these on here. Less rolling resistance, better looks, and just a really nice tire for the road here. So this is kind of their zigzag. It's kind of like almost an old-fashioned type of tire tread in here. And really good rolling resistance. This thing rolls with the best of them. And just a nice smooth ride as you're going down the road here with the Espin Nesta. So I think these e-bikes are on sale right now. They're above $1,000. They're like, I don't know, maybe $1,300-$1,400. I know they're also including in a second battery with some of the packages they offer, because it's only a 10 amp hour that you get with that. So it's on the small side, particularly for a bike that has a 750 watt motor in it. Typically, when you get a 750 watt motor, you need a bigger battery because it's going to suck it down more. And so you definitely want a bigger battery when you're looking at a 750 watt e-bike. And that's why I upgraded it to a second battery myself, just to get that extra range. And I now get 65 miles out of this thing, doing basically 13 to 15 miles per hour. So it's become a really good long range e-bike for me. And again, I just love the comfort of it. I love the kind of low boy looks, and it's really one of my favorite e-bikes that I've had, and that's why I kept it, didn't sell it for this last year or so. But yeah, I'm glad I got it fixed again, and now I'm able to ride it more. I wanted to take it to Cape Cod this year, but it was broken at that point, so I brought the Rattan. But this e-bike now has, let's see how many miles it has on it. We've got 308 miles on there on the odometer, so zero problems other than me messing up the fork. So it's kind of user error. Oh, I've got the sync wire cell phone mount down here. Just clamps onto the post here, and great place for a cell phone right below the display. Not a ton of room here, so nice good cell phone addition there on the for the Nesta. So yeah, I hope you like it. Definitely, to me, it's not the most modern e-bike out there because it's got the battery on the outside, so it's kind of a battery on frame e-bike. But I love the looks of this thing. It's really grown on me, and it's just easy to ride. Gives me a nice, really upright position when I'm riding it, and I just love the way it looks overall. So yeah, so check it out. I'll put a link on the to Espin on the description here. I think I'm an affiliate, so gotta go and find an affiliate link for you. But it's not. It's I think it's under $1,500. Again, you can get some of the different packages, and you can really. It's very upgradable as far as the second battery goes. Just plug and play. All you need is a battery. You need a dual battery connector. You need some extra extensions here to move into the controller, and a bag in the back. That's it to hide it. So I think it cost me about $500, $600 to actually do that. But it's going to be in my fleet for a long time, I think, and it's going to serve me well as I keep the e-bikes going. So anyway, check it out, and thanks for watching.